Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this video. I know it's been a hot minute since we last saw each other, but I'm about to do something very cool this weekend and I wanted to bring you along with me. There is something I've always wanted to see, and this is the most beautiful cathedral I've ever laid my eyes on, even though I haven't seen it yet. But after this video, that shall all change and we shall be doing that together. I'm currently waiting on the flight to Cologne. And I got here far too early, so I'm about to get a coffee and then head on to the flight, and I'll show you more in a minute. Good morning from a very wet, I'm just literally walking downstairs right now and they are very slippery, from a very wet Cologne. We've literally just left the hotel, currently staying in the city class hotel, and it's awesome. There's a little robot inside that looks after you at breakfast, like you can put your plates on it. It's very, very cute. But right next to the hotel is the main attraction, which we're just about to see when we come around this corner. And here she is, Cologne Cathedral. It's so stunning. So this is the side view. The front is over there, but it's absolutely gorgeous. The back is actually more white or more sand looking than the front, which is very predominantly black, because the cathedral's not actually black. Or well, it is, but it was impacted by a lot of industrial soot, and that is why the back of it is a different colour to the front of it. It is huge, like there's absolutely no way I can get myself and it in shot. There is normally scaffolding on it because it's made of sandstone and it needs constant renovations, which is why there was, I think it's more around the front, but there is a lot of scaffolding on it at given points. However, we're very lucky because right now there's not much going on at all. It's huge though, look, I can't get it all in one shot. Quite often throughout the day there are bells ringing. They ring for about 5 to 10 minutes. The bell actually has a nickname, which is Dicker Peter, which sounds as funny as it is in German, because in German it means Big Peter or Fat Peter. And the reason it's lovingly known as Big Peter or Fat Peter is because the bell alone weighs 24 tons. Let's go see the front. So we're getting closer to it now, and I think you can really appreciate the magnitude of the building. Okay, so now we're quite close to it, but look at the sheer size. And there's a little bit of scaffolding, like I say. Always some improvements on it. That is as far out as I can zoom my camera. It's unbelievable. It is so stunning. And this isn't even what I would consider the best part. The best part is right around the front. I just want to say as well, it's absolutely freezing here. It's currently -6. It's raining, which doesn't make things any better. And yesterday it was snowing, which apparently it hasn't snowed in 5 years. So everyone here is loving it, but it is absolutely freezing. Okay, we're here. Now I can show you the best part. Look at that. Oh, it's so incredible. It is absolutely otherworldly. It just doesn't look real. It is so stunning. Like even these doorways are so impressive. And right before it as well, which is what we saw in, what was it, Carlisle? Carlisle Cathedral had one of these as well. So we've got a miniature version of the cathedral as well. Look at this. I don't have the words. but it is one of the most incredible things I've ever seen. And the fact that this was all handcrafted, because obviously they didn't have power tools. This was in the 1300s, so there's no access to any sort of heavy machinery or anything like that. Literally handcrafted accents across this entire door. And these are the largest spires in the world. The largest spires on any church. It's also the largest bell on any church. And I know it's a cathedral, but yeah, even when I was saying to people about it, they kind of looked at me funny or puzzled when I said Cologne Cathedral. This door though, look at it. Have you ever seen a door so ornate? I mean, you might have done, I've not really been around. And the differences between the dark and the light, that contrast is gorgeous. So I'm just going to use the doorway as a little bit of a break from the rain because, like I say, it's freezing. I think you can kind of see that my hands are turning red. It is so cold. But construction started on Cologne Cathedral in 1248 and finished in 1880. It took 600 years to build this beautiful building, but there was also incredibly long breaks in between. One fact that I found, which I found was incredibly interesting, is that Cologne Cathedral was bombed 14 times in World War II and it survived all of it. It became a symbol of endurance. So it's not just something remarkable for religious types, it's also remarkable for people in many other ways as well. Okay, so like I said, there was no heavy machinery here, but there were things called tread wheel cranes, which just flips me out of how to say that. Essentially, very big hamster wheels that they would use as pulleys to pull up the structure, and they got higher and higher as the building grew. And then on pulleys, they pulled stone up to the designated area and then handcrafted pieces whilst they were up there. I couldn't think of anything more terrifying, I'll be honest. We nearly stayed in that hotel there, which is the Excelsior, I can't even say it, Excelsior? You can tell I'm dyslexic. But look at what the view would be if you stayed in one of those front rooms. You would literally open your windows to this. And I sincerely hope it is showing just how enormous this building is. And they even look amazing in their red robes. They look so cool. I'm going to show you around the cathedral as well, just so you can see a bit more than what social media shows you. Because I find that a lot of people take a picture or a video of the front, but don't really show you what's around it as well. So just down there is a high street. And it's got loads and loads of shops. It's actually the city shopping quarter. So there's loads to see, loads and loads of kiosks and shops around it as well. Yeah, they know what they're doing because everyone comes to see the cathedral. It is actually the most viewed tourist attraction in Germany. And that is literally as wide of a zoom as my camera will give me. I want to see if I can get inside, and I absolutely want to see if I can record in there as well. So also you can see which parts are newer than the rest from the colour. So this bit here has actually been reworked over time, and that's why it's not as dark as the rest. But yeah, this beautiful black building has been pelted by pollution over time. But this bit definitely looks nice and clean and new. Okay, so I'm just going to stand up here on what looks like a picnic area. It's so windy. It's not as windy as Blackpool, so there's that. Let's stand up here whilst I tell you this really macabre fact. So, whilst there's no recorded deaths on people that were building the cathedral, there was an occupational reality that you could die whilst being up there, because as they lifted sandstone up to the points in which they were working, there may not have been a way down. So people may have gotten trapped up there and died up there whilst they were working. That is absolutely hideous. It is the largest cathedral in Northern Europe and it is known as the Gothic Beauty. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, look up there. I wish you could see this as I'm seeing this with my eyes. But we are seeing this for the first time together. Oh my gosh. Like I knew it would be beautiful. But this is unbelievable. I'm actually getting quite emotional. Look how high the ceilings are. So those up there, on my camera they look kind of see-through, but they're pure stained glass. Right, so over here, I believe this is one of the cranes that they used. Obviously there'd be a lot of different ones, a lot of different heights, but that is as powerful of machinery as they could have used back in the day. So the ceiling isn't obviously as decorated as, say, the Cologne Cathedral, but I don't think it needs to be, because look. And there's the organ up there. Look over here. Oh gosh, look. Look how stunning that one is. Can I zoom? I sure can. The colours are so vibrant. To think, like I say, this finished building in 1880 and it's still as vibrant and stunning. It also became a protected site in 1996 and I'm so grateful to hear that, because this absolutely needs preserving for hundreds and thousands of years to come. So I just want to say as well, we've just walked in completely free. You did not have to pay at all for walking around this. There are a lot of donation tins which we will absolutely be donating to, but the fact that you can just walk around and look at this in all of its glory is unbelievable. I genuinely thought we had to pay, and I would be quite happy to, because this is an incredible sight that I'm very, very honoured to see. So this is the Chapel of Holy Sacrament, and no, I didn't just guess that. Thankfully, it told us here. There's normally a choir as well, but it's currently not open. And just as I'm leaving that as well, there is a currently blocked off downstairs. Could that be the tombs? It's quite possibly the tombs. Again, I would not expect to be able to go down there if that is. Ah, the crypt. That's the word that I wanted, and yes, it absolutely is, of the Archbishops of Cologne. It's so beautiful. I hope you can hear me. Oh my gosh, look at this. I don't know what that means. Look at this. Is this real gold? Everything is so stunning. Like I've told you guys before, I'm not religious in any way, but the architectures and structures are unbelievable. Like you can't deny how stunning churches and cathedrals are, especially this one. I've never seen so many stained glass windows, not even in Canterbury Cathedral. Look at how many there are. There is a lot of sounds in here. And not even the sounds I expected to hear, like the bell. There's the treasury in there. I'm so curious if they let us film in there, because things like the crypt in other cathedrals we've not been able to look at before. Oh, Christmas trees are coming down. There's a Christmas tree still up there. Look at the old artwork. Does anyone else find old artwork really quite eerie? And this is obviously for Christmas, which they haven't taken down just yet, because they've still got the Christmas tree up here and one there. But look at this. I know I say it a lot, but it is stunning. And the sheer fact that this was made by hand is overwhelming. No, I can't even sculpt clay, let alone hand carving sandstone. How? I would presume, but I could be completely wrong, that this is where the choir sits. That's when somebody in the comments tells me, no, that's not right at all. But it does feel like that would be where the choir sits. And honestly, it's directly in the middle of this beautiful building, which the acoustics must be unbelievable. Sorry, I've just spied a very beautiful clock. So when you look online, there is a lot of places that say that there's a viewing point about 500 steps up. There is a train station in London which is like 300 steps, and that nearly killed me. So now I'm thinking, oh my gosh, 500 steps up, 500 steps back down. But I haven't actually seen it yet. Like I say, we haven't been through the treasury yet. It might be through there. I was really hoping to see, what's it called? Dicker Pitter, or Dickon Pitter, which is the big bell. And if I can see that at the top of these 500 steps, I might have to do it. I've currently got a hip injury. That's why I'm thinking, oh God. But if I can see the big bell, I think I'll have to. Look at the floor. Okay, so this is the treasury, and it doesn't say no recording, so hopefully we can have a little look inside here. That looks like ivory. Is it marble? This is marble, isn't it? Maybe that is marble, you know. Does look like ivory though. Okay, so the treasury is kind of blocked off. You have to pay an admission for it, but we have also found that admission. English.
Yeah. Where do I go to get inside?
Go to the spires at the front.
Like, is it this way?
Yeah, go that way.
Okay,
You can't miss it. Either way, you'll find it. So, the treasury is an £8 admission, which is fine. But we've also just found that the descent to the spire is €12, and I'd much rather do that. My hip is painful, but I think we have to do this. Apparently, though, only in certain angles can you see the big bell, but it's going to be an incredible sight up there. So, let's see what it looks like. But look at these steps. Oh my gosh. Oh, it gets spindly. This is only the start. Wish me luck. Guys, this is absolutely no joke. I am not even halfway up and my legs are on fire. This is the view so far. Guys, this is no joke. 500 steps feels like a lifetime. I am dying and my thighs are on fire and there is no end in sight. If you come to Cologne, make sure you're very fit, because I'm not. Oh my God. Well, just when I thought I was going to die, we're here. I think that's the way out. And then this is the way we go. Wow. Skinny. Very skinny. Oh, it's a bell. I think normally you could get quite close to it, but it looks a bit blocked off. There's another viewing point there. Let's go over here. It's a graffiti. Men in black. Oh wow. Okay, so that's what we have travelled all the way up here for, and I've never wanted it to not ring more, because that must be extraordinarily loud in here. I am absolutely worn out and I'm terrified to look down, because we are 500 steps higher now, and it is incredibly cold, incredibly exhausting, and incredibly high up here. Like literally, that's the top. This is crazy. Guys, we're incredibly high. The floor is right down there. And then, oh, this is a fantastic view of it. There you go. Is that Dickenpitta or Dickerpitta? That's incredible. Yeah, you really can't see it because it's trying to focus on the water, but hopefully you can see how high we are. And it has been confirmed that is St. Peter's bell. I'm actually kind of scared if that goes off. That would be incredibly loud. Beautiful though. And that's 243 tons. It looks it. Okay, so I don't know if you can see because it's really raining, but we're literally that high. I haven't got to turn my camera that much at all. Okay, so that was the bells. Getting up was hard, and now I've got to get back down. Pray for me. Well, although that was incredibly hard, we're now on the ground again, but look at what timing. It's like a tour's happening now, and literally the steps are in like a spiral staircase. They're really high, there's nowhere to move. People were coming up as we were coming down. It's like pressing themselves against the wall. That was perfect timing, because that was that was something else. Okay, so now we know what we climbed up. And it's that spire there. We literally went to the top of that up there to get to the bells. Oh my God. Did it for you, because my legs are dead now. They're dead. Just going to quickly show you as much of the building as I can from all different angles, because it is glorious in every single angle. I think my favourite part though is the front, because those spires are incredible. So this is a bit of the side, but we're a bit closer now, and again you can see which parts are newer or haven't been affected actually, because this is towards the back of the cathedral. So there are some parts here that are much whiter. If you just literally look, the difference. They could have been recently renovated, or they could have just not been impacted over the years. I'm going to guess though, with what I can see the conditioning of that archway, these are quite new. So the reason why this part is all gated off is because where it does need repair works constantly, debris falls quite often. So it's to keep the public safe, which is why they've cornered that bit off with railings. And this is the back of the cathedral, which I'll get a better view of now. And at the back of Cologne Cathedral is the central train station. So again, as soon as you, which is what happened to us, as soon as you get off of the train, this is your view. Isn't it just majestic and menacing all at the same time? Oh, it's unreal. The first time I saw it was in the dark and it was all lit up. Like, I think I prefer it in the dark. There are lights all around it which obstructs its beauty ever so slightly, but the way it gets lit up at night time is so incredible. And this is the back of it. But literally, there's your trains. And there's the cathedral. What a view. A bit more scaffolding on the back here. And literally down there is where you get off the train. So as soon as you turn around from the exit, this is what you see. I think my love of cathedrals came from The Hunchback of Notre Dame that I watched when I was a kid, because they're just spellbinding to me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I cannot believe that I've now seen Cologne Cathedral with my own eyes. As you know, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I love cathedrals so very much. But this one is possibly the most beautiful cathedral I've ever seen. Sorry, Canterbury. But I really hope you enjoyed this. My legs are dead from those 500 steps, but it was absolutely worth going to see that big bell. It's really been an incredible experience, but I would say if you can come see this with your own eyes, please do. It's just so stupendous in person, and inside being so vibrant and ornate, it really is something to come and visit yourself. But I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video and coming along on this journey with me. If you can come to Cologne, I've said this a million times now, but definitely do. There's so much around, there's so much to see, so many good food places as well. But for now, that is all from me. Thank you ever so much, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye bye for now.